Operators and expressions are a critical part of what we do. It's how we take data and make some kind of meaning from that data. We do things to it. A lot of it is math, some of it is not. But let's just try some things out here. Okay, so the first one, the assignment operator. Okay, we've already seen this. Assignment operator is one equal sign. And what it says is this variable is equal to this value. It is the most simple expression there is. By the way, if you put this in a test that is meant to detect a true or false, it will return true. Because assignment is always true unless there's an error in the assignment itself. Just a peculiarity of programming. But if I say if x equals 3 with one equal sign, it's always going to be true. Because I just told you x equals 3. So of course it's true that x equals 3. It's self-referential. So the answer here is x equals 3. The addition operator, I just showed you. It's pretty basic, pretty normal. So if I say x equals 3 plus 1, let's break out those algebra chops, everybody. Who loves math? I do. What is x equal to now? 4. 4. X equals 4. All right. We're going to step up the difficulty a little bit. Try subtraction. If I say x equals 3 minus 1, subtraction, what does x equal to? Yeah, you guys are getting the hang of this. Multiplication. I know that our whole lives we've been taught to use x for multiplication, but that's confusing for obvious reasons. We also can't use dot for obvious reasons, which is what we use some other times. So we use an asterisk for multiplication in programming. So 3 times 2 is, yay, you guys are so smart. Isn't it good to have some easy wins early in class? All right, so division. Division is a slash, forward slash, by the way, not a backslash. You can tell because it's leaning forward in the direction we read. Okay, so x equals 9 divided by 3, or x equals 3. Uh-oh. Now I'm throwing you some curveballs. We're leveling up a little bit. Okay, so an exponent. This would read 2 to the power of 4. That's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Or, there you go. So smart. How many of you have heard the word or the term modulus? Anybody explain modulus to me? How many of you have heard the term remainder? Okay, modulus doesn't return anything except the remainder. This is useful because it's an easy way to determine if one number goes into another number evenly. And if not, it gives you what the remainder is so that you can make adjustments in your program. So 10 modulo 3 is, the remainder is 1. Because 3 goes into 10 3 times, which is 9, with a remainder of 1. Okay, follow? All right. So floor division is the counterpart to modulus. Floor division gives you the first part of the answer of a division problem without the remainder. So it just drops the remainder. So 10 divided to the floor of 3 is 3. So if I wanted to do a division problem and I wanted to return a remainder instead of a decimal, I could do it in 2 steps. I would do floor division, and then I would do the modulo to return the remainder. Okay, so now we're getting into some interesting, these are called increments. Okay, so x, this is red, is x is equal to the value of x plus 3. So if x started out as 3, what would it equal to after I say this? 6. And this is useful for counting. So if you want to know how many times you've done something, you can use this to keep track, to keep a counter. So it would be 3, 6, 9. It would count by threes in this case. Increment operators can be used with all of the following operations: subtraction, division, multiplication, exponents, and even floor division. Not modulo, because modulo doesn't return anything except the remainder. So it wouldn't make sense to have an increment with a modulo. Okay, this is where I get to remind you of the order of operations. Anybody remember PEMDAS? This is the order that we do things in. It's exactly the same as the math you're used to. So parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction, and we go from left to right. So the first thing we're going to do is the parentheses, and inside this one, we're going to do 4 to the power of 5, multiply that times 2, add 3, 2 plus 3 here, and then we just go across and add, except this we do first, which is 30 divided by 6, right? So we go parentheses, and inside that, exponents, then multiplication, division, and then addition and subtraction, going from left to right. So we take that apart, but the very last thing we should be doing is the addition pieces of this. This will cause you headaches if you're doing any advanced calculations. So just pay attention, just remember PEMDAS, and if you're getting an unexpected answer, you can almost always count on the fact that it is an order of operations thing. One more tip from me to you is, if you've got a complicated formula, remember that you can add parentheses to part of the formula to make sure that you're getting that part calculated before it's combined with another part. So you can group things with parentheses to make it easier to see where the calculations are happening and in what order. I do that a lot. It's a little redundant, but it doesn't slow down your code any and doesn't really cost you anything. It just makes it more readable for yourself.